What does it mean to rewrite history? Before encountering Atomy, dreaming of becoming a righteous prosecutor, I studied for the bar exam for 3 years and worked at a law firm for 7 years. Even when life exhausted and knocked me down, I lived diligently and silently. Despite working honestly and diligently, my life remained the same. Seeking change, I started a career in insurance sales. However, the more I worked, the more people around me began to disappear. I didn't know how to live a better life. If my life lived day by day, without hope, were to be written as a history book, how would it be recorded? After encountering Atomy, I spent the entire night awake listening to the chairman's lecture. I saw the vision of Global Atom and immediately started the business by going overseas. But the crisis came faster than expected. The overseas network I had built up completely collapsed for those with big dreams. Do crises also come in grand scale? However, the wheel of my dreams was big enough to overcome any major crisis. Problems always arise when working. To avoid or to overcome, it's my attitude that matters. Mr. Partner, there are so many places to learn about Atomy around the world. Let's go together. I flew to a country where I knew no one to promote Atomy. Although the suffocating heat tormented us, we promoted Atomy even more passionately than the heat. But the path to success was not always smooth working day and night without rest. I developed serious health problems. I repeatedly experienced pain so severe I couldn't speak and kept fainting. I wondered if I should give up on Atomy at this point, but there were so many reasons why I had to succeed. Our bodies may crumble, but our spirit will never break. Moreover, an unexpected global crisis hit. But I already had the experience of overcoming 2 crises with Atomy. The COVID-19 crisis became an opportunity for our team. We began education to create leaders who think like me and strengthen the organization. My life has changed a lot because of Atomy, but the biggest change is in my values and way of thinking. As the Bible says, to love your neighbor as yourself, Atomy is not just about my success, but about saving those around me, my family. The history of my life is being rewritten because of Adam.
Isn't it like a dream? Can you truly see the inspiring history of your own success? If so, then reach out, grab it, and make it your personal history. The all-new
Royal Master Atomy who has surpassed the national border. Hello everyone. I've been running for 13 years hoping that everyone who has a relationship with me through Atomy can succeed together. I've never been shaken by that feeling. As a result, I'm standing here as a pensioner who earns more than 400 million won. My childhood dream was to become a prosecutor. There was only one reason. When I saw injustice, I was the type of person who couldn't accept it. I wanted to beat up all the people who were hurting others. That's right, I'm stubborn, but I'm honest and diligent. So I'm the type to take care of everything thoroughly. I didn't secure a job position at first, but eventually I worked as a legal officer for 7 years. But I was always constantly exhausted from working late almost every night. And I moved to an insurance business with a low salary. As a result of hard work, I earned more than 10 million won a month. Then, one day at work, I happened to hear the information from my coworker. At first, I strongly refused and sent it back, mainly because of the prejudice that it is a multi-level that harms others. 3 months later, I came back to my acquaintance with a smile. I felt sorry for him. The words that I requested when I asked for about 30 minutes just to talk to you while making coffee became my very first meeting with Atomy, and I think it was a real turning point in my life. Atomy was surprised by the fact that there was no recommended fund for the infinite level of infinite user, Global One Marketing, and membership UGB. I have no experience in networking. I was sure that even a half-baked like me would succeed if that were true. My acquaintance passed away, and I wondered what I had done. I couldn't get hold of what I was doing. My whole mind started to look into Atomy. I thought I'd know if I used the product. I was curious about the company, so I watched the president's video all night. I've heard about 7 times. So I've come to the conclusion that I can trust my manager. In the month of September, back in 2019, I joined the prestigious First Success Academy of Songnisan. I listened to the chairman's one word, and I listened to it with great concentration. Live well, love, and learn. The life of public service. I remember vividly hearing the president's thoughts about living a truly balanced life, something I had honestly never considered in my own life before, and I cried a lot, quietly hiding the tears that streamed down my face. I became certain that I could live the life I truly wanted with the tool called Atom. Yes, let's succeed. Let's truly succeed. Let's work to change our prejudice. Let's succeed with many people who are with us, not just ourselves, but together as a group. Let's go global for that. This is the decisive moment. We have all the conditions to succeed at Atomy. Take a look at the product. If you consider that it is meant for a population of around 800 million people, you might ask yourself, who exactly is this product for? I honestly can't help but want to use it myself. These essential products are truly filled with Atomy's dedication to quality, all offered at the absolute price for such high quality. I eat 6 packs of Hemoem a day, and I start the makeup against women by using the Fame Cosmetics. I experienced evening care and the Fame and announced it as a set. Those King consumers, I became a salesman in 6 months. I never missed an auto. Looking back on the past 13 years, I've been through 3 big hardships. I've suffered a lot. But now I think I've finally managed to overcome that crisis. The problem is there still is one. Are you going to avoid it, or will you choose to face it directly? Will I be able to overcome it, or will I let it defeat me? Success truly depends on my attitude, my determination, and the strength of my will. In May of 2015, I made the decision to leave Singapore behind, setting out on a new journey with my 4 partners, each of whom played an important role, and a stranger who joined us, adding a sense of uncertainty to our adventure. In the first time I found myself in Singapore, under the scorching sun, from morning to evening, we would go to the store to sell products and work really hard. We didn't get much profit from the business, but we still worked hard. 2 months after we moved to Singapore, in the early morning, my mouth was spinning and my face and arm were slowly... It was a period of paralysis. I couldn't come back to Korea because of MERS. I spent a week in Singapore without taking any special measures. I had to give lectures and explain business matters. But I couldn't manage to do it because I simply couldn't hear what others were saying. At that moment, I thought, is this where the Atomy business stops? What happens to my partners? Many thoughts passed by. Our mind is great. I was sure that I could be 100% cured. I flew to China with the visa. I lost my mind in the plane. When I finally landed at Harbin Airport after a long and exhausting journey, I was in so much pain that it was almost unbearable. And the world looked crooked, making everything seem off and unfamiliar to me. I realized something was wrong and decided to seek help, so I started getting treatment. The process required patience, and I followed the advice of my doctors carefully. After about 20 days, I began to notice gradual changes. My eyes, mouth, face, and arms, which had felt stiff and difficult to move, slowly started to loosen, and I was able to move them more comfortably again. Thank you so much to God who made me be able to do Atomy again. I came back to Korea after a month of treatment. I wasn't fully recovered, but I thought of my partners and went back to the Philippines, Thailand, and China to promote Atomy. All Atomy business owners abroad, please do not say that it is too hard. We have a chairman who always supports us firmly, and there are employees who are truly passionate about their work. We have great sponsors and partners with us. Through Atomy, I am still continuously and passionately shouting out to many partners, urging them to join me in the effort to get rid of the poverty of thought, which limits our potential, as well as material poverty, which affects our daily lives. It is important that we work together to overcome both of these challenges. We are poor because we don't think we will become rich. Human imagination does not know the limit. Our future is always open. If you want, you can have as much as you want. Think and manage. When I was a star master, I went to a prestigious crown club with 400 million yen. My partner is Sharon Rosemaster, but she is a royal leader with 200 million yen. I became a member of a business club. I established a firm personal goal for my income. I made it with my partners. Unfortunately, I didn't have sufficient college tuition savings to send my daughter to university. But I was able to send my daughter to China through Atomy. It was the happiest moment as a father. My daughter is also working hard abroad in the Atomy business, dedicating herself to her career while living far from home. Thanks to her efforts, I don't worry about money or labor anymore, which has brought me a sense of relief and peace of mind. Now I am motivated to continue working hard, both here in Korea and in other countries, so that I can support my family and contribute to our shared success at home and abroad. All the partner owners, let's make a happy family that is successful with Atomy and is full of joy. The owners have put me in this position. Thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate it, and thank you again. I will run more thoroughly and desperately. Most of the world's affairs are tilted. It's very difficult for most ordinary people to achieve success. But Atomy is a flat playground where anyone can truly succeed. All the CEOs from across the entire country, as well as those from around the world who were specially invited to attend the Success Academy event today, Atom is... Kindly demonstrate your skills and abilities. In a flat and even field, please. Please, let's succeed together. Atomy, a 100-year company. Let's go forward with determination.